Alright, in this video I'm going to be doing a nearly complete repair of the ductwork for my dryer. Basically, when I did some work on it previously, I noticed that some of the ductwork was pretty mashed up, so I'm going to replace that. You can see I've pulled the dryer out, I've disconnected the flex hose, and I've pushed the ductwork down through the floor in between the tiles. And if I go open the side door, you can see where the exterior cover for the dryer vent is. And I did do a video on installing one of those, but I'm gonna pretty much pull everything out and redo everything. So here's the dryer duct. It goes right between two very close floor joists, so it is a bit of a pain here to deal with it, but it's not the worst, I guess. It could be significantly worse in that I do have access to everything. So now that I've got it loosened up at the dryer side, I'm just gonna take the vent cover off. There's just 4 screws that hold it in. And then obviously when I installed it about 2 years ago, I used silicone to silicone it up. So I've just got a scraper, kind of like a drywall knife, and I'm just scraping out the silicone so I don't rip anything apart. And then once it's off, I was able to pull the vent cover out. And that's what I'm left with. And now I can go inside and I can pull the entire thing back and into the house. So overall, pretty easy to get everything out. Again, obviously, if you got it going into your wall cavity or something, it's going to be a bit of a pain. But if you're fortunate like this, where it just goes down into your basement and it's not a finished basement, then it is pretty easy. And that's what it looks like looking outside without the vent cover in there. And one thing to note, I did have insulation above the vent and under the floor. And that was to prevent the floor from getting icy cold. And this is what I mean by the vent was pretty mashed up. So obviously it could catch a lot of dryer lint, that kind of thing. But I grabbed a new 90-degree elbow. I taped up everything on it so that it doesn't move around and so that there's no air leakage. Because obviously if you have a dryer duct and it's leaking air, it could throw like the little flecks of clothing into your room or whatever, which is kind of annoying. So you want to make sure that your dryer duct is good and sealed. And the only tube that I'm really reusing is the one, I don't know what it is, maybe 4-foot piece. That's the straight piece, and then everything else I'm kind of replacing here. So once I've got the 90-degree elbow in, I'm just using this duct work tape. It's not duct tape. It is a tape that is actually meant for heating ducts like dryers, or you can use it on your home furnace, that kind of thing. So not duct tape. This is just a metal tape. There's no material in it, unlike the duct tape brand duct tape. So I actually removed one of the screws out of this pipe. There's a couple screws in it, but I don't really think they're necessary. So I'm just going to use the foil tape. I got tons of this stuff, so I'm going to tape it up very well. And not only am I going to tape the end, I'm actually going to tape the entire seam on this duct. And again, it'll just make sure that it is airtight and that I don't get any air leakage into the house. And that's what it looks like once I tape the seam up. Now, not only was the elbow pretty smashed up, but there was a 8-inch, maybe a 10-inch extension on it, and it was pretty mashed up as well from where it went up through the floor. I actually expanded the floor hole a little bit to make it a little easier to get the ductwork through, because it's behind the dryer anyway. It's not like you're going to really see it. And I do need to cut down my little extension that I'm going to put on here, but I'm just going to use a Sharpie and measure out approximately the height of the old extension, and I'm going to transfer that onto the new pipe, and then I'm going to connect the dots with the Sharpie marker, and then take a pair of metal cutters and just cut down the straight line. Pretty easy to do overall, but it is essential to have those metal cutters. And then to assemble the duct, you just sort of clip the two ends together. Not too difficult. And then once the duct is put together, again, just take some of that high temperature metal tape and then seal up all the joints, and then obviously install it into the 90-degree elbow. And then I'll take that high temperature metal tape again and seal it up as well. So overall, pretty easy to do. If you don't have an old one to go off of, obviously you're going to have to get the tape measure out and take some of your measurements yourself. And before I finish this off, I do need to put it outside one more time, and then I gotta bring it back in. There's one more piece to put on, and that is the dryer vent cover that is on the exterior of the house. So I just need to position it at the right depth. So I've already dry fit it, and really I just need to make sure that I put the extension tube on in the right position with the rest of the ductwork. So you can see inside where the old piece of ducting is, and then I'm just going to go inside the house and make sure that the pipe sticking up through the floor is where I want it. And then I'm going to measure the distance from the end of the pipe that connects to the plastic piece outside is going to be on the ductwork, and it's going to be 9.5 inches. So that's what I did. I just brought it back inside and taped that one end piece at 9.5 inches. And now I'm going to put the plastic end piece back on. And there are little plastic clips on it that hold it in place. But I'm also going to take some of the high temperature metal tape, and I'm going to make sure that the plastic vent cover is taped in place as well. And although this tape does rip pretty easily, once it's actually stuck in place, it is pretty strong overall, I think. And now I don't have metal strapping to keep the ductwork in place, but I just used this little piece of 2x2, and it seems to do the trick, and it's been there for about 2 years. So I'm just gonna keep working with that. And then really the last thing I need to do here is take the 4 screws and put them back into the exterior cover for the dryer vent. And off camera, I do come up with some paper towel and some spray cleaner, and I wipe everything down. And then I go and get some almond colored caulk. And I'm no caulk expert, so you're not gonna catch me using caulk on camera. I only do that in private. Going inside, the last thing I really need to do is install the flexible hose, and it's just 1 screw, just need a flat head. And I'll just reattach the flexible hose, and that's it. Overall, pretty easy to do. However, there could be circumstances, like if it's in your wall, where this becomes significantly more challenging. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.